Here we go. Take 2, lesson 110, additional practice. Folks, we got to make sure we type things incorrect and we make sure that we add, subtract, multiply, or divide when we're supposed to do so based on keywords that are given to us. Number 1, straightforward. Hey, type this expression in, divide it by this expression. Make sure you're using parentheses. Correctly done, this would come out to be, and I'm doing all of this stuff off the top of my head, no computing at all, just right in
Big brain.
Right in the big brain. Okay, it would come out to be, that's a 7, my friends. 4.8 times 10 to the 7th power. It says express your answer in scientific notation. Okay, is this in scientific notation? First factor is between 1 and 10, multiplied by a power of 10. Bingo, scientific notation. Number 2, we're going to ixnay all of this stuff. Okay? And all we're going to do is simplify this expression. Once again, the expression is given to us in scientific notation. It's saying to add. Just plug it into the calculator. Bingo, bango. Here we go. 1.02 times 10. Let me think a little bit on this one. That's right. 7th power. Okay, once again, in scientific notation, this factor greater than 1 but less than 10. Okay, Mr. Fricky says, ixnay this whole question. Number 3. Man, we're moving right along. We should just do that to all of them and then we'd be done.
That's right.
But we're not going to. Okay, simplify. Once again, this value minus this value. Plug it in. Make sure you put your parentheses in there. If you do so and do so correctly, this will come out to be 1.12 times 10 to the 6th power.
Man, this guy's good, folks.
I'm good.
He is all over it. You guys are so lucky.
Now, folks, I want you to look at these two. Which one of those is not written in scientific notation? One of these values is, one of these values is not. Which one is not in scientific notation? This one is not in scientific notation. Why not? Because this number is not between 1 and 10. Okay? But is our answer? You betcha. All right, moving on down. All right. Here we go, number 5. What is the mass of 75,000 oxygen molecules? Express your answer in scientific notation. Here's the mass of 1.
What operation?
What we're going to do. We know the mass of 1, and I need to know the mass of 75,000 of them. Well, I could take this and add it together 75,000 times. Or I could just take this and multiply it by 75,000. So we need to take 5.3 times 10 to the negative 23rd power. Put it in parentheses. And we need to multiply that by 75,000.
Woo.
Let me do some calculating. 3.975 times 10 to the negative 18th power.
Man, this guy's good.
That's right. So our number got bigger. Interesting. That's because we're multiplying. It's getting bigger. It's getting larger.
Amazing.
That's amazing. Your friend says the quotient. Ooh, key word. That looks like a key word. Quotient of 9.2 times 10 to the 8th power and 4 times 10 to the negative 3rd power is this number right here. Is her answer correct? Well, for us to determine if she is correct, we need to find a quotient. Now, some of you may be thinking quotient. That's the answer to a division problem. So you need to take 9.2 times 10 to the 8th power, and you need to divide it by 4 times 10 to the negative 3rd. Is she correct? Didn't think so. Say
Nope.
Say no. She is not correct.
Nope. Her power of 10, way off, folks.
Power of 10 should not be whatever this
10
is.
to the 5th, I think is what
That
they
should
got.
be an 11.
Yep.
That's garbage work, whoever you are. You should do better.
Be better.
Hey, moving on. Pretty straightforward and simple. Find this. Okay, this is called a product. Okay, because we are multiplying. Write your answer in scientific notation. Here it is. 6.156 times 10
Anybody?
to the ninth power.
To the 9th power. Good work.
Okay, and again, put it in, press enter. Just do it correct. This one, hey, this is a fraction bar. Fraction bar represents division. Type it in, press enter. Okay, make sure, put those in parentheses once again. Okay, 4.2. It's amazing how I'm just coming up with these off the top of my head. I'm good at this stuff.
Yeah.
Times 10, negative third power. In scientific notation. Okay, moving on down. Number 9. Holy cow, these things don't get any harder than this.
No.
Another fraction bar. I think that means divide. Put those expressions in parentheses. And if you do this correctly, 5 times 10 to the third.
Bam.
This one here, that means multiply. If you didn't know it, the X means to multiply. Type it in. Press enter. Write your answer in scientific notation. 4.484 times 10. 16th power.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay. Moving on down, talking about the average amount of water per day for the U.S. resident. Depends on how many times you flush the toilet. Okay, the average U.S. resident uses 100 gallons of water per day. The population of the United States is about this. About how many gallons of water do U.S. residents use each day? Well, this is how much one U.S. resident does. This is how many U.S. residents there are. Big number. How much water do we use? Well, I could take this and add 100. Oh my. I think let's just use some multiplication. How about that?
Yeah.
3.23 times 10 to the 8th power. And we need to multiply that by 1 hundo. 1 hundo. Going to come out to be 3.23 times 10 to the 10th power. All we're doing, multiplying by 10 2 more times, which just adds 2 more powers of 10. This stuff is easy. Okay, we're going to ixnay number 12. Yeah, we're moving on to 13. Find this. Are you kidding me? Type it in, press enter. Put it in parentheses, subtract, press enter. Let me think. I've got to think a little bit longer on this one because we're subtracting, and sometimes that's a little bit harder. But 5.6 times 10 to the 7th power. Okay? We don't need to worry about this, or this, or this. There you go. Now we get to draw some lines. I don't think we're going to draw lines. Do you think?
Oh, yeah, we can do lines.
Oh, we want to draw lines? Step 1. Draw lines matching each step on the left with a statement on the right that shows how to add 2 numbers written in scientific notation. Step 1.
Oh, we don't need to do this, do we?
No.
We could, though.
Okay, we're going to write an addition expression.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. See, step 2. Step 2. Step 2 is going to be something like this.
If needed.
If we needed to, we would use the product of powers property to rewrite one addend. So the powers are the same.
They don't even know what an addend is.
An addend is one of the numbers that you add in a addition problem. Step 3, we're going to use the distributive property to rewrite the expression. And I bet you then step 4 is to simplify.
I don't even know what simplify means, but
Find the answer.
it looks good.
All right, so folks, there's the additional practice. Hey, you're going to move on, do the probably there's a quizzes waiting on you, and then you'll finish up with the Math Excel and the work in the workbook. Nice job. Keep up the good work. See ya.